You ready?
Ready.
Hiya.
We're filming from Gloucestershire.
The Forest of Dean, like in Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's pretty much what made me think to come here. So we thought we'd give you an update on IVF from this beautiful place.
Because why not take advantage of a view like that?
Oh, you meant that, not this?
No, absolutely not. So we've actually got quite a bit to update you on, really. I think the last video that we put up was my hysteroscopy. How long ago was that now?
A couple of weeks.
About 2 weeks ago. So, let me just get my calendar so I get things right.
Yeah, don't ask me.
We were meant to start on the 1st of June. I had my cyst, but then we had polyps, so that was cancelled. Miraculously, less than 2 weeks later, I got my hysteroscopy date on the 12th.
Thanks, David.
So we knew about that maybe like the Friday the week before, so the same week that it was cancelled. And on that week when I got the date, I spoke to the clinic. I was like, please can we get it in for this next cycle? And after a bit of like to and fro, they decided to put me back on the pill, so that when we were ready to start, they just stopped the pill and we'd start again, ready for the next cycle. And they'd also decided at the clinic that they're not going to do normal down regulation anymore. All the down regulation is going to be by the pill. She
says normal to what we're used to.
Yeah, so like buserelin, like the usual, you'll start on what, cycle day 21, have 2 weeks of buserelin, have a bleed after a week.
Yeah.
Our clinic aren't doing that anymore, they're just doing the pill. So thankfully, we got in to start the pill with enough time from the beginning of cycle day 1.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, I was taking the pill. We could do that because I got my date so soon for the surgery.
Yeah. It worked out really well.
It worked out very, very well. And then 2 weeks after my surgery, I had a scan to make sure that my ovaries were quiet and the pill had done its job to downregulate me.
And had it?
And it had. Something went riot.
It's amazing.
That's not been happening for us recently.
No, but it felt good.
My ovaries were quiet, my lining was thin, and it was like, yes, you can stop taking the pill now and you'll have a bleed.
Oh, bit of wind, hopefully you can still hear. It's not that cold. She's over exaggerating. I do have my hot water bottle.
So yeah, on what day was it? The 23rd of June. So bearing in mind this is only 23 days like after the initial FET was cancelled, not even a month later. I'd stopped the pill, and how many days was it? 3-4 days that I got my cycle day 1?
3, she started to have like random bits of spotting, and we was like, is it not? And then day 4 you were like, this is day 1.
I got it. And after the pill, my cycles are always really light anyway, and like there's not much to it.
Yeah.
So I was a bit like, oh, is it? And I kind of monitored it for a bit, and I was like, yeah, this is it. She
did ask on Instagram like for people's like experiences with stopping the pill and then coming on their period, and most people said between 3 days and a week.
Yeah.
So you were
I was like
pretty
3-4 days.
Yeah.
I can't remember which now. So then I had my cycle, and then on cycle day 3 I started estrogen. How many days we've been on that now? We've not actually updated this on Instagram and told people that we're on it yet.
We will do by the time the video goes out. I just need to take a picture, and I'm never really there when Lucy takes the tablet.
Yeah, because it's either 7 AM,
11 PM, I'm normally asleep by then.
Yeah.
And at 7.
So I started the pill on the 28th, and we're now the 7th, so just over a week that I've been on it.
And you take it 3 times a day?
Yeah, I take Proganova 3 times a day, 7 AM, 3 PM, 11 PM. Which is all miraculous timings that evenly spaced out through this nurse here. So now I have to get up at 7.
I would have gone 6, 2 and 10, but she doesn't want to get up at 6, so.
Well, I'm always up at 11 anyway, so.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'll have an extra hour of sleep, please, thank you. On the pill packet it says to just take it normally, but my consultant said put it underneath your tongue and let it melt. And that seems a bit weird to me.
That's what you do.
That's what I do, and that's why, like, it must have told me for a reason.
Yeah.
Have any of you ever had Broganova and had to put it under your tongue and just let it melt?
I know why.
I know why, yeah.
She fell asleep the other day, so she said to me that she woke up, put it under her tongue, and she must have fallen back to sleep with it under her tongue and woke up like half an hour later.
And it was still there?
So she must have had her mouth open, like,
well, it's not the end of the world, is it?
No. So,
I'm also on aspirin. They make me have aspirin as well at the same time as Broganova. Because there are, I think with Broganova there's like blood clotting side effects potentially, and I think that's to negate that. But again, I've spoken to people that take that estrogen and they don't have the aspirin, so I don't know if it's just our clinic or...
I think everywhere does different things.
Yeah.
And there's all different reasons for why.
Hello.
Seriously,
Airplane.
Does the airplane not have any consideration for us? It'd be nice to be on that. No, it wouldn't, because we're in a nice place.
We're meant to be in California right now, so...
yeah. So, I forgot what I was going to say, but basically, everywhere does different things.
Yeah.
What's the next step? So, we are actually, as you'll probably find out, we have done a video for this place that we're at as well. Which
a little vlog.
Not sure when it'll go up.
I don't know.
When this one edits it. But you'll see that we're supposed to be here for another couple of days. But our scan to check, well, the scan that Lucy needs to have to check how thick her lining is to see when we can schedule in
the transfer.
The transfer is gonna fall the day before we're due to go back to London, and it's about a 3-hour drive to here. The weather on the day that, like, the checkout is at 10 AM the next day, and the appointment is at like 4 o'clock in the evening. So
yeah, so the appointment's on Wednesday at 4, and then we're obviously going to check out here at 10 AM the next day. So we're probably just going to cut our trip short a little bit.
Yeah.
Here is us saying IVF will not control our life anymore.
Yeah, and then we try so hard to not let it, and then...
Yeah.
But we haven't. We've still come. We didn't cancel anything.
And we did toy with the idea of coming back just for a night and then having a full day here. But the weather's not going to be that great. But if
it was going to be pure sun, we would 100% be coming back.
Yeah, for the night and do walks the next day.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll wing it. We still might do. Probably not, but it's just like 6 hours driving.
But yeah, it's just really frustrating that you try so hard to not let it control you. Like, it does control you, and then you try, like, no, I'm not going to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And then you book something. And this was actually supposed to be booked initially for when we were between the pregnancy test date and our first scan, in the hope that we got pregnant.
Yeah. This was going to be something that will calm our nerves and help us shut off and relax. It's just...
It has helped us relax. We've had a lovely time.
This countryside will help thicken my lining. Either way, I'm having a good time.
Yes, that's how it works. Lisa's done really well on her estrogen. She tends to, we were talking about this last night, she tends to cope quite well with taking hormones.
She's not killed me.
Yeah, pretty much. Anything else to update?
Don't think so. Maybe the next steps. So on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. Yeah?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, it's Tuesday today, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Wednesday I will be going for this scan, and they're going to be checking that my lining is thick enough. If it is thick enough, the normal step would be to then booking your transfer for what, 6 days later. But with COVID, I think the lab is having a bit more kind of influence when transfers are going to be, as to when they can do it, I guess, when they've got the availability.
I guess they're doing a lot more at once now, because...
Yeah, and they need to make sure people are spaced out and whatnot. So I imagine, I think they said, if my line is thick enough, they'll let the lab know. The lab will say, yeah, we can do it this day. And then they'll let me know, and then I'll start Prontigest. I
imagine it's not going to be too much different time space.
Yeah.
Like, you'll just take maybe estrogen for a couple more days.
Yeah,
something.
Exactly. I don't think
not an issue, right?
No, not at all. It won't be that much of a difference. But I can't say I'm looking forward to having Prontigest again.
I was going to say, how are you feeling about that?
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's been like December. December was the last time I had that big ass needle in my butt. We've talked about maybe this time you're trying to do it myself for a couple of them.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit nervous about doing it myself.
Don't like it.
Any tips for doing Prontigest yourself, like the progesterone in oil, the big ass needles, IM into your butt? Please leave them down below, because I want them. I want to be able to do it myself.
Yeah.
Like, I've spoken to people about it already, and they've said it's
bad.
in your head. Like, it's more about positioning your body so that you can get to your butt. Or like your hips, I guess.
And we were originally doing it maybe a little bit low down last time, weren't we? And we went in and they told us to come a little bit higher up, and we used a hot water bottle.
Yeah, so like probably just so we've got it good for doing it. You doing it. Like, I didn't really have too many lumps and bumps last time. Or
You've
bruises.
not got any. None have lasted.
No. So no pressure if I do it myself and then I'll injure myself.
I'll just be like, I am that good.
You are good. You are genuinely really good at it. My butt survived.
We are so all of our embryos which are frozen are day 5.
I think 1 or 2 might be day 6.
Okay, so day 5 or day 6 plus.
But I think the ones that we'd be doing for this transfer are day 5 ones. I think.
How many embryos are we going to transfer?
Have we not talked about this on here?
No, on Instagram we have.
Oh, I guess leave your guesses. Maybe we'll tell you on transfer day.
So we have 4. How many are we going to transfer? All 4?
4? No. 1, we won't be allowed. 2, no.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's the next steps. I really hope you can see us in this video.
Yeah, like we really wanted the background in it, but we had to kind of compromise with us being a bit dark so you can see the background.
Hopefully just all the next videos that we give in terms of IVF are good,
positive,
happy updates.
I hope we don't have to do this again.
Yeah, no.
I'm over it.
Very much so. We got this.
We got this.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I kissed them.